Hi guys, thank you for tuning in to Queen VE Him. How are you? Long time no see. So I'm here to discuss coronavirus. Now I don't know if it's a scare tactic. I don't know if it's something that really exists. Um, the new coronavirus, because I haven't seen anyone with it personally. But I'm gonna tell you my story and what I don't know. I'm not going to blame the government. I don't know if they're trying to depopulize. I'm not sure. But I had a patient. I don't know where she's from. I'm believing she's from China. This was at the maybe middle of December. Um, she couldn't speak English that well. Her daughter was with her. Neither one spoke English that well. And I was doing her exam. She was coughing in my face the entire time, not covering her mouth or anything. So her saliva was literally going in my face until I got annoyed and I was like, hey, could you please turn around? Um, but it was too late. She'd already coughed on me a couple of times. So then, maybe like a couple nights later, I had a dream that I got sick. I even was feeling my lymph nodes in my neck and my groin swelling up. Um, I didn't have a cold at first. It was so weird. I felt ill, like my blood pressure went up. My heart was beating fast. I had a little fever, no cough, no cold. Um, just a weird ill feeling. So I was like, I can't go to work like this. I don't feel well. So I didn't go to work that day initially, not knowing what was wrong, but I definitely did not think I had a cold. So the next day I went to work and I felt still a little ill, but not anything, and no nose, no runny nose, no sneezing, no coughing, nothing. But eventually I started sneezing and I started coughing more than sneezing, like coughing, coughing, coughing. I mean, seriously coughing. To the point I was coughing 3 weeks after the symptoms were gone, and my husband was like, I think we should take you to the hospital. So eventually, the fever passed, everything, the incubation period passed, and I didn't know what was going on with me because I take my daughter to school every day. I hold her hand, and she never got sick. So, and my husband didn't get sick either. So, I was like, what is going on here? This is crazy. So basically, I go to my employee health. The employee health was like, sorry, I'm scratching my arm here. The employee health was like, oh, you shouldn't be here. You're sick. You might have the flu. You're gonna be contagious, passing it around to your patients. I was like, okay, I agree. I'll go home. So they stuck something up my nose, and oh my god, I don't ever want to do that again. That thing was so painful. And I mean, I think I cried or something. And I went home. She called me the next day. She was like, "No, you don't have the flu, but you have a strain of a coronavirus." So it said H, if I'm not mistaken, HNV1, VU1 or something like that. It wasn't. This time they were not even testing for the coronavirus 2019 COVID, I think is what it's called, 2019, because it wasn't out yet. How I know it wasn't that out yet is because I kept coughing and coughing, and it's like this cold or whatever would not go away. So I said, let me look it up. Like now it dawns on me, let me look up coronavirus. So I looked up coronavirus, and the first thing I see in China, because that's how new it was, like two people had just died from it. So I called back employee health. Hey, people just died from this in China. Are you sure that I'm going to be okay? I'm still coughing over here. And she was like, um, that's a different strain. It's not the one. We didn't even test you for that one. Moving right along. Um, this patient I had more recently told me that there's like a black web. She showed me the video, which I don't know how to get to the video. Um, but we were like having a conversation after her exam, and she quickly showed it to me on her phone that she had downloaded. It was like a few minutes, like 4 or 5 minutes. And the video was saying that the people that contracted the COVID-19 can actually transmit um, to another person, and that person can, like, if they test within the first couple days, will show they have COVID-19, which I tested. I don't know, I was sick for like 3 weeks. It probably was like day 5, day 6 when I finally went to the employee health and was like, listen, I'm not feeling well at all. I couldn't even keep my eyes open. Like my body just wanted to sleep. That's all. And nothing was working. Not Dayquil, not NyQuil, not Theraflu, like nothing. And I kept coughing. And the video was saying how they, in China and also abroad, they might be hiding the fact that this coronavirus can mutate into a lesser strain. I don't know how true that is. So basically, I'm wondering if the patient gave me the COVID-19, 2019, and then it mutated into the lesser strain of coronavirus. But my advice to anyone out here suffering or think they're going to suffer or think it might come to them and say, okay, I'm going to wear a mask. Okay, wear a mask. Um, and that might help you. But also, besides the washing of the hands, sorry, my arm is itching again. Besides the washing of the hands, you have to start internally. Eat a good meal, like, so your immune system can fight it off. You can't eat McDonald's, you can't be eating Burger King and expecting your immune system to fight these things off. Eat stuff that's immune boosters, like regular food that you get at the grocery store, produce aisle. Get you some ginger, make you some, I mean, I don't know, I'm not about to start doing a recipe thing going on, but make you some pepper chicken with some ginger in it. Make you just ginger teriyaki salmon or something. I don't know, over some spinach. But try to eat so that your body can fight off disease. You cannot fight off disease eating fast food. That's my number one advice. And if you do get sick, take elderberry. That works. And echinacea. Echinacea comes in a tea. It comes in pill form. However it comes, I like the tea. Get you some echinacea. Because most of the people that are dying from this coronavirus are immunocompromised. They already have lung and heart issues. It's not normal people just dying from coronavirus. It's like people that already have a health issue. And another thing, that I got this from the New York Times, children like about 9 or 10 and under can't even contract it, which made me wonder if I did originally have the COVID-19 because my daughter never got sick. I was holding her hand every day, all 3 weeks going to school, except for the time when I went to employee health. They made me stay home for 3 days. Those 3 days I was home, she was home. I mean, she wasn't in my face kissing me, or I wasn't coughing in her face. I wasn't sneezing in her face, but she never got sick. So I just want to make it a note out there that people do not need to be afraid of the coronavirus. Boost your immune system. You might need a mask if you live in a high populated area, but if you're getting in your car, driving wherever you're going, driving back, and you're not taking public transportation, you're not taking the subway, you're not taking the bus, you're not like around a bunch of people coughing and sneezing, then you probably have less of a chance getting coronavirus. And don't be afraid of any scare tactic that, oh, everyone's getting it and dying. And if you do live in a big city, what I started doing is I started taking the local train. That's exactly what I started doing. I started taking the local train um, to work. So I get up like 10 minutes early, me and my daughter, and I tell her, okay, we're going to take the local. So that way we're sitting down. I mean, maybe the person next to us might be sick, but at least no one is standing face to face with us. No one is like standing over us, coughing, sneezing. Because there's a lot of poles on these subways and people are like, and see, when you sneeze, You sneeze in your hand and you sneeze in your nose. Then you're going to go put your hand on the pole. Then the next person is going to go put their hand on the pole. And then they get whatever you had, whether it's coronavirus or the flu or something else. And actually, the flu is more deadlier at this point than coronavirus. So do not be afraid of the coronavirus. Take care of yourself. Take time to eat right, eat healthy. Yeah, wash your hands. If you want, wear a mask. But take precaution, with everything you do, not just even coronavirus, with all any type of sickness that comes to your body. If you are not eating healthy, then your body won't be able to fight it off. I don't care what the sickness is. There's people out there, going off topic, that women who encountered men who I had, but I'm not going to get into where I met them, but I knew women who encountered men that they said had HIV, was their fiance, spouse, whatever, and they never caught it. But they were like vegetarians, vegans. And yeah, then there's also vegans, vegetarians that get sick or get cancers. It's just also a draw of the luck or your genetics. But my point is, going back to this coronavirus, make sure you keep yourself healthy. As far as natural remedies, keep that in your house. And even for general colds, it doesn't help to, it doesn't hurt to have some echinacea or elderberry or whatever herb you like to drink, um, and eat some food with particular seasonings like garlic, turmeric, ginger. Bell peppers are very good for the immune system. I mean, I could go on and on and on, but I won't. Um, but my whole thing is that people think that the government tells you, a society, I don't, like I said, I want to make this about the government, trying to do scare tactic. Um, oh, coronavirus is out and it's in New York City and 12 people have it, and 20 people have it, and now 50 people have it. Yes, that's true. But you have to take precautions for yourself to um, remain healthy. Whether it's, if you have a healthier body, you can fight off any disease. Any disease. It doesn't matter what the disease is. I'm not here to say, okay, you're going to get coronavirus and it's going to be the COVID 2019. And if you have heart or lung issues, don't worry, you're just going to go vegan and it's going to be, you're going to be okay. What I'm saying is that if your body is healthy and a virus comes in to your body, certain things, virus needs to multiply. They need a certain type of, I don't want to go into like the medical aspect of it, to not like when people start getting lost, but they need a certain environment to start latching on and reproducing. That's how you get sicker and sicker. Some of the symptoms might remain. Like for me, I probably was only sick for, I'm saying 3 weeks, but literally like not feeling well for maybe a week. The other 2 weeks, I was coughing, like coughing, 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 coughing. And I was like, what in the world is going on here? And it wasn't producing any phlegm, it was just dry hacking. Um, and that also tells you another thing, like if your body is in a healthier state, you won't produce phlegm because you don't have excess of mucus in your body. But anyway, I also was taking Irish sea moss, um, as well as, I'm trying to think of other things I was taking. Well, I was taking that along with my regular vitamins, and things like that. But yeah, I just want you guys to know not to be afraid of coronavirus. I don't feel like, I'm not saying it's a scare tactic. It probably is real, probably very real. But look at the guy too who was from Cameroon, Africa, and I believe he was a college student. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. They were like, he was shocked. They were shocked he recovered. And then they start making these news articles, these Chinese people, oh, melanated people can't get coronavirus. Well, maybe they can get it and it mutates into a different strain, because like the flu is the flu, whether it's A, B, or C, it's still a flu. Coronavirus is a coronavirus, whether it's coronavirus HVU, whether it's the SARS version, no matter which version it is. I don't know if SARS was the coronavirus, but I thought it was. I'm not sure. But coronavirus had different strains. So it doesn't matter which strain it is. Um, Possibly we can fight off the mutated one if our bodies are healthy enough and it mutates into the lesser strain, then yeah, our body can quickly fight that off. Um, there was other people too. There was another one. The people that were getting it, a couple of people, they just quickly like fought it off. They were surprised. I just remember the Cameroonian kid. The Chinese officials were surprised, like, how did he fight that off? They were expecting him to be near death. But I don't know his lifestyle, so I can't speak for him. But I'm gonna leave that there. Don't be afraid. Keep yourself healthy. If you need to, I feel like it's better if you live in a populated area to wear the mask, to go a little crazier with it. But if you're not and you're driving to work, driving back, not really encountering anyone but your family, but then the family, if you're there encountering other school kids and you don't know who they're encountering, you might want to be a little safer in your home. But that might be just consisting of you washing your hands a little more, and feeding yourself and your family nutritious meals that combat disease. And I mean, not just for coronavirus seasons, for all the time. If you are eating healthy, it's harder for you to get sick. Um, there were times where the whole year I wouldn't catch a cold. And I knew I attributed it to what I was eating. That's what kept me healthy. But yeah, that's basically it, guys. I'm done. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.